All right, so once again, I'm live coming in. A lot of things to talk about tonight. Um, mm, so I got to talk about this smokeless nicotine. Let's see. So they got this thing, the new tobacco got out. And, so when you look at it, I was looking at this thing and somebody told me about it. Also, we got there's a lot of things we got to cover. Main cover the Grammys is plane crashes. Caitlin Clark retires. Fredericksburg reports a small plane crash in Stafford County. Mhm. Satanic rituals. Mm. All right, here we go. Zen pouches. That's what it's called. All right, so that's it right there. So this is the patch is called Zen, right? So Zen is a smokeless tobacco. So
Americans are hooked on Zen.
Every dude, every bro I know Zins.
I need my fix. Where are they? Where?
Cigarette smoking has plummeted in the US, but the stock price of one of the biggest cigarette companies in the world, Philip Morris International, hit an all-time high in 2024. And it's partly due to this. Zyn, an oral nicotine pouch, authorized by the FDA on January 16, 2025. It marks the first time regulators have authorized the sale of nicotine pouches.
Their goal is by 2030, 2/3 of their revenue should be smoke-free, and ultimately, they'd love it to be 100%. The beauty of this transformation is that they're actually generating faster top line and faster profitability, given the pivot to these businesses.
It's an incredibly attractive business for subscriptions, right? Where we can get people to pay every month. Nicotine is almost like creating that subscription, right? Zyn doesn't contain any tobacco. It is designed so that you don't have to spit anything out while using it. The pouches are meant to be tucked between your cheek and gums, on the upper or lower deck of your mouth, allowing the nicotine to be absorbed into your bloodstream. So you just kind of tuck it up there. It's going to take a minute, and then we'll be in flavor country. It's become somewhat of a social media sensation and the subject of many jokes online.
Hi, who's the biggest pop star in the 1980s?
Prince?
Oh, Michael Jackson.
Now it's kicked in. I feel like I've got an atomic fireball in my mouth. Those cinnamon candies.
So how did Zyn take off in the US? And is it here to stay?
We just kind of like end up going from one pouch to another pouch to another pouch. There's definitely a risk of that.
Have you felt yourself falling into that?
No, for sure, dude. Yeah.
Take a look at Zyn shipment volumes over the past couple of years. While the company has not broken out Zyn revenue, one estimate places Zyn sales at $1.3 billion in 2023. Zyn is part of an effort by longtime cigarette manufacturer Philip Morris International to pivot its portfolio to smoke-free products. To understand the story of Zyn, you have to understand Philip Morris. You know, the biggest tobacco company in the world. It used to be a part of Altria Group until it was broken off in 2008. Except Altria Group kept the domestic faction of the brand, Philip Morris USA, which is responsible for many of the cigarettes sold in the US today. Philip Morris International was selling its products to the rest of the world. Well, at least that was the case until recently. Zyn has been on the US market since 2014, under parent company Swedish Match, which was acquired by Philip Morris International in a $16 billion deal in 2022. That was a strategic move, given US nicotine pouch sales increased sharply from 2019 to 2022. The acquisition of Swedish Match helped move Philip Morris one step closer to its goal of a transition toward a smoke-free future. Today, Zyn controls more than 70% of the US nicotine pouch market.
Philip Morris earns 6 times the amount on Zyn than it does on its international cigarette business. So again, it's in their best interest for many reasons to pivot not only their existing consumers to these products, but certainly take incremental share as well, because it is driving not only faster growth, but certainly faster profitability.
In 2022, the year that Swedish Match was acquired, about 240 million cans of Zyn were shipped in the US. In 2024, shipments are estimated to have more than doubled that amount. Zyn is Philip Morris, right? So it's one of the biggest marketing companies in the world. The product is always going to get the right shelf space, and so it's multiple things happening. The backlash against vaping, the kids that were addicted to nicotine, Philip Morris with some great marketing, it all came together nicely. Demand has been so strong that in the summer of 2024, Zyn had a supply shortage.
I just went to 4 different stores in my area. Not a single tin of 6 milligum pillies available.
What we saw during that period of time is they might have lost a little share when Zyn was out of stock for consumers, but the loyalty of these consumers to Zyn has been fascinating, because then they simply just would forego, or they'd wait to till Zyn became back in stock before they purchased. So that kind of highlighted for us how strong that brand is and the competitive advantage that they have.
It's a song about running out of zins.
In July and August of 2024, Philip Morris International announced it would invest over $800 million on expanding production of Zyn in the U.S.
Their capacity is going to expand dramatically. So I think the view is, or there's an understanding that they're going to be able to fill that demand and more in the next year or two, and that growth should only accelerate.
At Papa John's, we know quality. Handcrafted pizzas, always. Served with extras, better ingredients, better.
Long cut tobacco, it was a lot easier for me to get off of that because you can tell yourself, like, this is really bad for you. You can get cancer. With this, it's sort of like, no tobacco in it. It's not really carcinogenic in the same way, as far as we know.
For much of the past decade, Philip Morris was viewed as a dividend play for investors. Its reinvigoration into American culture has turned it into a growth stock once again.
I've had investors reach out to me that hadn't looked at these stocks before because they can't keep ignoring the growth that they're seeing on one of the staples stock, especially if that's the area of investments that they're making as staples. There's not a lot of growth of what I described from all the other names.
Cannabis is something that is actively managed. And so Philip Morris, if you think about what their marketing problem is, in the background, you can say it's the distribution getting it on the shelves, but one of their goals has got to be to keep the image cool, to keep the idea of being a Zyn person something that people want to, again, I'll use a word that's going to sound strange, something that people want to aspire to, right? That I want to be one of the Zyn kids when I get to high school. It's an interesting marketing challenge, right?
Although usage rates for nicotine pouches are lower than e-cigarettes, Zyn is growing in popularity with students. It has become a point of contention amongst lawmakers in D.C.
Pouch packed with problems, high levels of nicotine. So today I'm delivering a warning to parents.
But the comment caused backlash from some Republicans, including Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia, who called for a, quote, Zyn-surrection on X. Zyn has become especially popular with conservative men.
I use it, every second I'm awake and in bed.
They're not gendered products, so it's a little bit confusing. But then at the same time, we still see that there's a disproportionate number of men that are using them.
I know that it's for guys. It's actually embarrassing. But I'll tell you one thing, they're delicious.
Become this almost symbol of masculinity.
Zyn?
Yeah. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's funny. I feel like a lot of the guys that I knew that chewed tobacco, I don't think they think that about this.
Zyn's popularity amongst men is especially prevalent on social media. Hashtag Zyn has been tagged in over 72,000 videos on TikTok and has exploded in popularity as an internet search term over the past 2 years. The company told CNBC that it doesn't use social media influencers and refuses requests for such partnerships. Its product websites are strictly age-gated, and its advertising features only individuals 35 or older.
Which is your favorite? Ryan, it really depends on the kind of mood I'm in. Sometimes you're feeling citrus, and sometimes you're feeling cinnamon.
Unlike its combustible predecessors and chewing tobacco, Zyn can be done almost anywhere at any time.
They're very discreet, and in the interviews we did with adults recently, that was one of the main things that people brought up. They were using them for a lot at work and a lot for concentration and improved performance, but they love that they were discreet. They could just have a nicotine boost throughout the day, but no one's ever going to know.
It's like, I'm not displaying the badge publicly. I'm displaying the badge on social media. So I'm identifying with this Zyn subculture via TikTok rather than, tapping out a cigarette. So social media has really enabled it, but yeah, discreetness is a public health disaster.
On January 16th, 2025, the FDA authorized the marketing of 20 Zyn products. It's the first time the agency authorized nicotine pouches. And although the FDA determined Zyn contains fewer harmful ingredients than cigarettes, the pouches still contain a number of other chemicals besides just nicotine. One study found small amounts of formaldehyde, which is poisonous. In its application to the FDA, the company, quote, provided evidence from studies showing that a substantial proportion of adults who use cigarette and or smokeless tobacco products completely switched to the newly authorized nicotine pouch products. However, Zyn has not been authorized as a smoking cessation product. It has also not been designated as a modified risk tobacco product, meaning it cannot be advertised as safer than smoking. That is a separate application, and the company told us it has already filed it with the FDA.
If there's something like this out on the market, it's harder to justify risking the hazard.
What's up, man?
Yo, what up? What up? What's good, man?
Not much, man.
Not a shenanigans, huh?
Well, this is actually about. You realize you don't see many people smoking cigarettes that much like you used to?
I haven't noticed that. Yeah.
That's because they got a thing called Zyn pouches when they putting the nicotine underneath their tongue.
Wow.
They said, now I don't know how they got this thing. They said mostly conservative men take it.
Conservative.
Yeah, I'll go back to it.
Who's the biggest pop star in the 1980s?
The sound don't sound good though, but they messing with your sound again.
Are they doing it again?
It sounds super scratchy, man. It sounds scratchy. It sounds you want me to share it or what?
Yeah, hold on a minute. I gotta find a way to send it to you though. All right. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
In the US, but the stock price of one of the biggest cigarette companies in the world, Philip Morris International, hit an all-time high in 2024. And it's partly due to this, Zyn, an oral nicotine pouch. Authorized by the FDA on January 16th, 2025, it marks the first time regulators have authorized the sale of nicotine pouches.
Their goal is by 2030, 2/3 of their revenue should be smoke-free, and ultimately they'd love it to be 100%. The beauty of this transformation is that they're actually generating faster top line and faster profitability given the pivot to these businesses.
It's an incredibly attractive business. It's subscriptions, right? Where we can get people to pay every month. Nicotine is almost like creating that subscription, right?
Zyn doesn't contain any tobacco and is designed so that you don't have to spit anything out while using it. The pouches are meant to be tucked between your cheek and gums on the upper or lower deck of your mouth, allowing the nicotine to be absorbed into your bloodstream.
So you just kind of tuck it up there. It's going to take a minute and then we'll be in flavor country.
It's become somewhat of a social media sensation and the subject of many jokes online.
Honey, who's the biggest pop star in the 1980s?
Prince?
Nope, Michael Jackson.
Now it's kicked in. I feel like I've got an atomic fireball in my mouth. Those cinnamon candies.
So how did Zyn take off in the US? And is it here to stay?
You just kind of like end up going from one pouch to another pouch to another pouch. There is definitely a risk of that.
Have you felt yourself falling into that a little bit?
For sure, dude. Sometimes, yeah.
Take a look at Zyn shipment volumes over the past couple of years. While the company has not broken out Zyn revenue, one estimate places Zyn sales at $1.3 billion in 2023. Zyn is part of an effort by longtime cigarette manufacturer Philip Morris International to pivot its portfolio to smoke-free products. To understand the story of Zyn, you have to understand Philip Morris. You know, the biggest tobacco company in the world. Used to be a part of Altria Group until it was broken off in 2008.
Because I already played it once. I just showing you that they got a new thing where they got the thing, they put it under their tongue and all this other crazy shit.
Yeah, that's
oh boy. But I mean, you got what's the girl named Margie Taylor Greene? She even in back voices. Tucker Carlson say he used it. I'm just showing you that.
The white rate, or the white conservatives.
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy when you really look at it.
Brainwashed, bro. We get brainwashed so easily. So you mean to tell me it's a nicotine, it's like a nicotine patch from the mouth that white conservatives are popular amongst white conservatives.
I think they the ones pushing it. But here's the thing: the FDA approved this.
There you go. You know what? Just like they approved the what's the name? You know?
Yeah, but here's my thing. They're saying that because you won't have to smoke it, and you won't have to spit it out like chewing tobacco. So they making it seem like it's safer, but I ain't so sure about that.
It still got tobacco in that mother. I mean, it still got nicotine.
Yeah. So, but this is a new thing they're doing, and they say they get people to pay every month, so they got subscriptions for this shit.
How much is this shit supposed to be worth? Why can't you just pay $5 for the shit in the store? Why is it? What the fuck? Yeah, this pyramid scheme. Pyramid scheme.
But I said to myself, now watch this. I'm gonna just pull it up and look because I didn't ever look that part up.
We think just because they're white they can't get scammed. I guess I don't know. These people getting played. They getting scammed like a motherfucker. A subscription. So how much is this? How much is it supposed to be worth? How much is this stuff supposed to be worth? Because a subscription is something that's really expensive. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
That's something that's really expensive to the point where it's like, okay, this shit is so expensive to where you got to make pay. It's like making payments.
Now you can buy one. You can buy a Zen pouch for $6.99, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, they said something about trying to make a description, or you can buy it online.
These people crazy.
They got one pack on here where you can buy 40 for $40.95. FDA authorizes marketing of 20 Zen nicotine pouch products at the extensive scientific review. This was on January 16th, 2025. And it received authorization legally required by the 2009 Family Smoking Prevention and Tobacco Control Act. So this was approved recently. So what's up, Shaq?
Yo. What's good?
Please, what's up with it?
Nothing much showing Frank this thing of this tobacco-less, this smokeless nicotine they got called Zen pouches, where you put the thing under your tongue and you can absorb the nicotine to your bloodstream that way. Approved by the FDA on January 16th, 2025. It says highly popular among conservative men.
Damn.
Because you see how they do. People are so stupid. Everything is by political ideology with people now.
Matter of fact, Frank, you know what? Go farther into the video, maybe like 6 minutes into it, it might come up. Let's see where it goes to.
This one?
Yeah, the same one. Yeah, go up in there. I want you to see this. Yeah, about 6 minutes.
Seeing on one of the staple stock, especially if that's the area of investments that they are making as staples. There's not a lot of growth of what I described from all the other names.
Fandom is something that is actively managed, And so Philip Morris, if you think about what their marketing problem is, in the background, you know, you can say it's the distribution, getting it on the shelves, but one of their goals has got to be to keep the image cool, to keep the idea of being a Zen person, something that people want to, again, I'll use a word that's going to sound strange, something that people want to aspire to, right? That I want to be one of the Zen kids when I get to high school. It's an interesting marketing challenge, right?
Although usage rates for nicotine pouches are lower than e-cigarettes, Zyn is growing in popularity with students. It has become a point of contention amongst lawmakers in DC.
Pouch packed with problems, high levels of nicotine. So today I'm delivering a warning to parents.
But the comment caused backlash from some Republicans, including Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia, who called for a, quote, Zynsurrection on X. Zyn has become especially popular with conservative men.
I use it, every second I'm awake and in bed.
They're not gendered products, so it's a little bit confusing. But then at the same time, we still see that there's a disproportionate number of men that are using them.
I know that it's for guys. It's actually embarrassing. But I'll tell you one thing, they're delicious.
It's become this almost symbol of masculinity.
Zen?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's funny. I feel like a lot of the guys that I knew that chewed tobacco, I don't think they'd think that about this.
Zyn's popularity amongst men is especially prevalent on social media. Hashtag Zyn has been tagged in over 72,000 videos on TikTok and has exploded in popularity as an internet search term.
Let me say something real quick, man. I'm not gonna let. I ain't finna let no white people, no white man or anything define masculinity, bro. I'm not doing it. I'm not letting no political party define masculinity. That's a bunch of bullshit, a bunch of propaganda. I'm not falling for this shit. I told you these people are not really bright. You know what I'm saying, at all. How would you fall for a product over a fucking political ideology? That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. Just going to show how stupid these motherfuckers are. They talk shit about us and so-called black people or whatever they call us, whatever. But then at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Look at what the type of shit that they fall for and they promote. Really some dumb motherfuckers, man. Seriously, stupid motherfuckers. And let you know too, a product cannot define masculinity, bro. I mean, I'm just baffled. I'm speechless.
That's funny.
But I'm not surprised because these motherfuckers are fucking idiots.
I did the same thing with the cigarette for the female, bro. Remember, Eric Bernice?
You go.
It's some funny shit, ain't it, man?
You know what? That was a better that you broke it down better than I did, bro. That's a good one, bro. You're right, bro. Bro, it's
cool in LA, man. What's up?
It's predictive programming. It's predictive programming. It's engineering. No, you know what? It's engineering consent. There we go. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? Engineering consent. That's exactly what that is. It's working good too. It's working great. You know what I'm saying? It's working good, bro. But these motherfuckers are idiots. Though. They stupid. But Tucker Carlson, like, I'm looking at motherfuckers like that. Like, are they are they being paid to promote this shit? That's how I'm looking at motherfuckers like that. But just the everyday 9 to 5 white motherfucker. If you fall for that, you're a fucking idiot. Straight up. They can tell you anything. They can tell you jump, and you just. I know you're gonna say how high. You don't think for yourself.
Right.
You don't have no.
Right. It's approved by the FDA, by the way. Thank you very much. Okay.
And you notice how it's a white product and it got approved that fast? A product pushed towards white people got approved quick. And a product that they pushed on everybody 4 or 5 years ago got pushed quick too, didn't it? By the FDA.
Wait a minute. Don't spoil the surprise. I'm getting to that later. We getting to that too.
Right.
I'm gonna send you another video. Check this one out.
So they want you to put these people, bro. That's the wheel of fortune, man. But if you're gonna be the fool,
and Philip Morris is right down the street, man. Philip Morris is right down the street from the house, probably about 15 minutes, man.
You're gonna see some black motherfuckers chewing that shit too, dude. You're gonna see some.
Yeah, I know some guys I used to work with. They used to chew tobacco and shit. So I mean, it is what it is. Yeah.
Man, some of the white guys teeth be effed up.
Man, looking like you from Britain and shit. Like one of them niggas from Britain.
Some niggas look like that motherfuckers, bro. Like they eat motherfucking goddamn brick sandwiches, motherfuckers.
Like, how are you this so-called Western society, Britain, London, and y'all teeth all fucked up? Y'all don't have
a facade.
You don't have the proper dental shit over there.
Man. Got that video great.
Right. You forgot. See, I keep telling y'all got to realize, right? It's always been the East. It's always been the East and West, North and South shit over there on that continent. They brought those same war tactics and war. I keep telling you, they brought the same criminality, um, rivals. Rivals become now they become friends and frenemies and shit. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They brought that mentality here, bro. You know what I'm saying? The East against West. Oh, I'm North against South shit. They brought that shit with them. They brought their enemies with them. When they fought their enemies here, they've been fighting the enemies here and around the world. So you got to say, well, hold on. What you mean by the West?
Oh, no.
Western,
What's that supposed to mean? Right?
because how all of a sudden now you saying motherfuckers are the descendants of these people that traveled from East. So where does Western mentality come from?
Y'all came from the East. Good point.
Come on, bro.
Good point.
All right. We got that video, Frank.
Yeah, but if they fall for it, that's on them, though. These people, man.
There you go. People gonna fall
Not
for it.
that video. The one in your messenger.
You said the other one? Which one?
It's another one in your messenger.
Okay.
And that's nicotine. But did you look up the the side effects of using nicotine or consuming nicotine?
I'll put it up in a second.
Yeah, when you get the chance.
Because I'm gonna show you something else that happened. My nephew he was trying to get on TikTok yesterday, and somebody was still down or something. I don't know what he's talking about. I told him I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm gonna show you this video, and is this possibly why they might have banned TikTok for a certain amount of time? You got it, Frank? I'll see it when it come up. But yeah, man. Yeah, spoke to the great Miss Miles today, a little while ago. Yeah.
You spent some high fire.
When you switch to TurboTax, do it yourself.
Right.
Commercial, man.
Yeah, I know they got the commercial.
Capacitor course check is okay.
And as of today, TikTok is back.
Could pro-Palestine content on TikTok be a factor in the proposed TikTok ban?
Typically, the Israelis are good at PR. What's happened here? How have they and we been so ineffective at communicating the realities there and our point of view?
On Sunday, a new U.S. law banning TikTok came into effect for around 12 hours, with this message showing up. The move was reportedly over concerns for user privacy and national security.
If you look at the postings on TikTok and the number of mentions of Palestinians relative to other social media sites, it's overwhelmingly so among TikTok broadcasts. So I'd note that's of real interest, and the president will get the chance to make action in that regard.
Some U.S. politicians have said that the app spreads anti-Israel propaganda.
When you have Hamas, Iran, China endorsing these protests, it speaks volumes to the absurdity of them. It also highlights exactly why we included the TikTok bill in the foreign supplemental aid package, because you're seeing how these kids are being manipulated by certain groups or entities or countries.
Congressman Mike Lawler, together with former Representative Mike Galler, introduced the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act, which includes the TikTok ban. Galler wrote an article called "Why Do Young Americans Support Hamas? Look at TikTok." While Mike Lawler described the pro-Palestine campus protests as motivated by, quote, outside paid agitators and activists. And they aren't the only ones. Nikki Haley, a former presidential candidate who signed an Israeli bomb with "Finish Them," declared that simply by watching TikTok, users could become anti-Semitic.
Well, I will be the first one to say Americans should not weigh in on who is the head of Israel. We just need to support Israel regardless of who the head is.
Many of these politicians that are against TikTok receive significant donations.
Stop that shit right there. Stop it.
AIPAC is the American Israel Public Affairs Committee.
You heard what she said. She said, no matter who in head of Israel, you need to support it regardless. You heard what she said.
That's why, I mean,
that's funny as hell, man. Anyway.
And you know what I've noticed too? A lot of people ignore stuff like this, man.
Oh
They
shit.
see this and like,
man.
but it's just like, all right. You know what I'm saying? These people like Loki telling us what it is, you know.
I mean, they tell
Like,
you all the time.
and then people are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna vote. Yeah, Nickel, yeah, I'm kind of feeling her policies. Oh yeah, I'm kind of feeling like, yeah, I do want to vote Republican. I do want to vote Democrat. I do want. It's like, aren't these same motherfuckers that you caping all for Israel though, and not for America? I don't know. I just don't see how that's their man. I think that's the American approach. Oh yeah, I'm for it. Like, how is that American though? For reporting Israel. Oh, this is in their best interest, but is that in your best interest? See, I guess though.
Put in
yeah, that's dangerous for her to say something like that though.
You got the search bar. Because I know everybody been talking about the tariffs today and all this other nonsense. Right? Put in, and it might come up on YouTube, and it might not. Put in Trump administration axes Congress for $1 billion for Israel. See if it come up. It just came out today, so they might not have it in there yet.
You said U.S. Congress. What'd you say?
Trump administration axes Congress for $1 billion for Israel.
Oops.
Pull up, see if it come up. If it don't come up, I pull the article up. But
basically claims
U.S. Oh yeah, put that on right there. No, go down.
Identified and stopped.
Now go back. Right here. This was the day.
The second one, the Forbes. Oh, the 2 hours.
Yep, that one right there.
Israel.
Oh shit. Okay, my bad.
Me and Chak talked about this part.
Coming in tomorrow. Yes, you've mentioned in the past you're concerned about Israel being too small geographically. Would you support annexation of parts of the West Bank by Israel?
Well, I'm not going to talk about that. It certainly is a small. It's a small country in terms of land. See this pen, this wonderful pen. My desk is the Middle East, and this pen, the top of the pen, that's Israel. That's not good, right?
It's not a lie. That's a lie.
It's a pretty big difference. I use that as an analogy. It's pretty accurate, actually. It's a pretty small piece of land.
So what does that mean? So you're gonna expand that motherfucker and make it bigger and kick the motherfucking rightful owners.
Exactly. That's what he just told you. That's what I was trying to do. But look, Chak, me and Chak talked about this months ago. And me and Chak talked about this sheriff, but we are laughing our asses off because he said they were gonna do this when they had an interview with Joe Rogan. We sat there and listen to this shit. This shit is funny, man. Like, yo, what the fuck? And the crazy part, it's not even being censored. People just ain't listening. I heard this shit with my own ears months ago.
I mean, what you see is what you get from these people. I don't understand why people think there's an in between.
I mean, you know, it's funny because he just said it, and I was like, "But hold on, it's another one I gotta hold on. I got to play."
Did you already send me that one too? Did you send me two?
No, take that one off. I'm gonna play this one for you today. Cause while all that was going on, something else happened. This might play. This on X. So this might play better. I forgot which one it is. Damn, I got too much stuff up here. Hold on, man. Get that down. Here we go. So this happened today.
Executive order discharges.
Now I want you to hear this, because this is some wild shit right here.
Your Secretary of the Treasury, Scott Bessent, and your Secretary of Commerce, Howard Lutnick, to begin a process that will hopefully result in the creation of an American sovereign wealth fund.
It's a very exciting event. We're going to have a sovereign wealth fund, which we've never had. We have a lot of things that create wealth, and you're seeing that over the last 2 weeks. I think we've created more wealth. Other people have created de-wealth. The people, my predecessors, we're creating a lot of wealth. Scott, maybe you'd like to say something.
Doing that with the sound though.
Howard, do you ever say something about it?
Yes, sir. This is very exciting. We're going to stand this thing up within the next 12 months. We're going to monetize the asset side of the U.S. balance sheet for the American people. We're going to put the assets to work, and I think it's going to be very exciting. We're going to study best practices as done around the world. It'll be a combination of liquid assets that we have in this country as we work to bring them out for the American people.
The extraordinary size and scale of the U.S. government and the business it does with companies should create value for American citizens. If we are going to buy 2 billion COVID vaccines, maybe we should have some warrants and some equity in these companies and have that grow for the help of the American people. So I bring all these things together. I think Scott and I will create an amazing
2 billion vaccines.
Who's the dude? Who's the dude's?
That's Howard Lutnick.
Lesnick,
Lesnick.
right?
Yes.
And what is he in the cabinet again? My bad. He's the.
He's gonna be. They got him trying to be Secretary of Commerce. The other guy is Scott Benson. The guy on the left is Scott Benson, who is the Secretary of the Treasury. Just confirmed, openly gay guy, Secretary of Treasury, Scott Benson, on the left.
So it don't matter all that. See, this is what I'm saying about these.
Scott Benson is a protege of George Soros.
But didn't Trump just ban the flag in the what's his name in the UN's, right? And then he banned Pride Day or something like that. See, that lets you know that does not matter. He has an openly gay person on his cabinet. See, that lets you know these people. See, that all that stuff is just symbolism. You know what I'm saying? That's just something to, I guess, to try to please his base. I guess because he's really doing stuff for the billionaire donors. Second, third, fourth, fifth. Then that's
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now this guy Howard Lutnick, okay.
Mm-hmm.
He also was the CEO of a company called Cantor Fitzgerald.
Mm-hmm.
Cantor Fitzgerald lost over 600 employees in 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
That's who that guy is. And
he didn't die, but he didn't die. Interesting.
No, he didn't die. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull him up in a minute. But let me finish talking.
Right.
Fund freezer. So other countries have sovereign wealth funds, and they're much smaller countries, and they're not the United States. We have tremendous potential in this country. Tremendous. You're seeing that's what's happened just in a short period of time. And as an example, TikTok, we're going to be doing something perhaps with TikTok, and perhaps not. If we make the right deal, we'll do it. Otherwise, we won't. But I have the right to do that, and we might put that in the sovereign wealth fund, whatever we make, or if we do a partnership with.
What the hell is the sovereign wealth fund, bro? This is for other fucking countries, bro.
We could put that as an example of the.
This is a fund for other countries.
We could put in the fund, and I think in a short period of time we'd have one of the biggest funds, and some of them are pretty large. I must tell you, some of the Saudi Arabia fund is on the large side, but eventually we'll catch it. But we're going to create a lot of wealth for the fund, and I think it's about time that this country had a sovereign wealth fund. And these two gentlemen and some others are going to work with them very closely, and they'll be heading it up. And they're going to do a great job. Two highly respected people that have done unbelievably well in the world, in the real world. So that's a big deal, huh?
Yes, sir. I think it's going to create value and be.
So what is this? Okay, is this for other countries? The sovereign wealth fund? Who is this fund for?
Say sovereign, that sound like it would be for the U.S., but we would have to see. But I would have to check and see, are they going to invest in $2 billion shots? That's the first part. Because you heard what he said.
They're talking about sovereign, like as if it's for here, but I don't know about that, man. It don't sound like it.
But
I don't trust none of these people.
Now what? Now, let me show you who Howard Lutnick is. He might sit on the crypto task force as well, because he is a crypto guy as well.
Got you.
So this is Howard Lutnick, Jewish guy, fundraiser for Donald Trump's 2024 campaign. Lutnick survived the substantial collapse of the towers on the ground and has become known for his charity efforts through the Cantor Fitzgerald Relief Fund, which helps to aid families of victims in attack and natural disasters. He lost 658 employees in the September 11th attacks, but he survived, so they say. Interesting. Now he born on Mother's birthday. Ain't that crazy? But I told you he lost 658 employees in 9/11. Somehow he survived. He was born into a Jewish family on July 14th in Jericho, New York on Long Island. So Quaker. And this guy, his office occupied the 101st and 105th in the World Trade Centers.
Wow.
None of the employees in the office that morning survived the attacks.
Oh, hell no.
In total, 658 of his employees died that day. Okay. Four days after the attacks, he said that he would stop the paychecks of nearly 700 employees who had missing or had died. Firm donated $180 million to people. Philanthropy. There's a global fund. Previous participants of his global charity day are President Bush, Bill Clinton, Rudy Giuliani, Lady Gaga, Venus Williams, Eli Manning, Sarah Sanders, Prince Harry. All right. Gave money to Hurricane Sandy, fundraiser for Trump. And this is how he got basically, he's been on a lot of boards too. Partnership in New York City Board of Directors, right? So this guy has a lot of influence. And I would tell you to watch out for him, to put it mildly.
There's that, yeah.
Just to put it mildly.
Doing moves like that, shit.
But
that's not
like the fact that he survived 9/11 attack, nobody else did. That's like, just
like, did he know something?
You can think a little bit, like, what did he know, right? That's all I'm asking. They say he survived now.
Ain't a coincidence, man.
So he survived. which is fine. I mean, you know, was he in on it? Is the question. So that's always a question you got to ask when somebody like that survived. Were they in on it? What happened, right? But it is what it is, right? I mean, so like I said, I don't know, but I do know that he, you know, was big in 9/11. I do know that, right? That's what I do know. Pull up ICE protests Atlanta, Georgia.
You said ICE pro.
Mm-hmm.
ICE protest Atlanta, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Man, did you see? And last night, man, did we break it down? And these people, dude, this is all about a photo op, dude. I think some people are being deported, but I don't think it's high numbers like they're saying for sure. That's kind of the videos I played. 2 videos last night. Told you everything you needed to know. They're doing this shit for TV, like they said. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There was, remember, 2 different interviews. Remember, it was 2 different ones, right? It was with her, and then it was him grilling her, and then he said it again. Remember, it was the other interview when he said it to Tom Homan or something. It was that was good, man. Like, this is all for TV, man. It's basically all right. So ICE raids, where at now? My bad. What state?
Georgia. No, not ICE raids. ICE protests.
ICE what?
Protests.
Yo.
Protest.
I can't hear you.
Protests.
I can't hear you. Is that what's the name? Hold up. Is that my volume?
It might be.
Yeah, it was. That was weird.
ICE protests. Georgia. Atlanta.
Oh yeah, down protest. Gotta pull it up.
Okay, gotcha. Hey, yo, pause it. you can take that one off. I just showing you they having these ice, whatever.
Yeah, they got man, they were blocking the freeway out here, right? These motherfuckers doing this shit. Man, check this out. You know what I think about this shit? I'm gonna be honest.
Why they ain't picking them up?
Didn't I? Bam! Exactly. That's what that's what I'm talking about, brother. Why ain't they getting these motherfuckers, brother?
And why they ain't legal? Why if they illegal? Man, whoa,
if they're legal, it seems like a lot of these people. It seems like a lot of them are legal. It seems like a lot of them know English clear. It seems like a lot of them are from here. But why, if you're from here, why are you protesting for them, dude? If you're from here, bro. Well, and I know a lot of them that are usually originally from here probably has family that wasn't from here and came here and came the right way. If you came the right way, and if you're legal, and if you got generations here, why are you protesting for them, bro? You're in a different. I know that's your people. I get it, but you're in a different boat. You're not the same. You're a national citizen. If you were born here and your parents were born, you're national.
Here's my thing.
You're from America. You're American. You're not Mexican.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing. Okay.
I said it right.
Remember they said they were collecting the violent criminals or something like that?
Break it down. I already know you're going to. I already know. Break it down. Let me turn this up.
I ain't trying to be funny, but I would say the majority of these people that they talking about is working jobs or in construction, etc., hotels, et cetera, right? Why they not going to hotels or somewhere a lot of these people working in there?
That's what they're not going to the job, dude. I know, bro. Why would you?
Now they did say they might be going to some schools and things like that, maybe some apartments. But my thing is, as I said before, that if they got violent ones here, that means you knew they were here the whole time.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
So why you only getting them? Wouldn't you get the ones working in sites too?
So you picking and choosing. We picking and choosing over here.
Yeah.
We pick it too.
And these ones, right? They having a protest, right? If they're illegal, why don't you go get them? They protested.
That tells you a lot. Are these people paid? Ooh, are these people? Does George Soros have anything to do with this, bro? I'm just saying.
Probably does.
Because they're Mexican do not mean that they're not down with no Democrat. And because you know a lot of them. See, it's a trip because y'all don't vote. You don't vote like how y'all feel. So you voted for a Republican in mass numbers that said he was going to deport. There was no surprise. This motherfucker said he was going to deport you. There's no jack in the box. You know what I'm saying? You're going to pop out and shit. He said he was going to deport y'all, and y'all still voted for him. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? What did they think this was? Did they think it was a game, a hoax? See, they probably thought that, because they know this politics, a lot of this political shit, bullshit.
Frank, I do think I think it's part hoax, part real. I'm gonna tell you why. Because they did ask Christian Nome about being on camera.
Damn, twice.
They made sure they hear that twice, didn't they, man?
They do it twice, dude. Facts. And I think the real, yeah, you're right, because they did say they was in Santa Ana yesterday. That's where a lot of Mexicans out here are at. And they did say they was running up people in Santa Ana. I think, like I said, I think they're really getting people, but not the numbers, not no 2,000 or something already. I don't believe that. I don't believe those numbers. Oh, 2,000 in a week. I don't believe it. Because like you said, like we were saying, they're not going to these people's job sites. They're not going to Disneyland. If they go to Disneyland, they'll hit the jackpot if they go to Disneyland. They're not going to, you know what I'm saying? They're not going to none of these places they know damn well they're at, because just guess what? If they know where the criminals are at, immigrants is at, they know where the non-criminal immigrants is at. Damn.
You know what? I was out the other day, right? And I stopped at a restaurant, right? And a Hispanic girl came in with the waitress, right? I had never been out here. And look, it was a young white boy in there. He said, "I like your necklace." I said, "Thank you, man. I am whatever." Right? But they still working in these restaurants.
Exactly. They're
So,
still making these corporations money, dude.
So what I'm saying, and this was in the country too. This one even said this was in the country, man. I didn't know they had.
They know they had, dude. They know they out there, man.
So I was like, come on, man. But as a matter of fact, that was out there not too far from where they say that plane crashed.
Right.
But then they said it didn't crash, possibly.
Right. But see, I think you can go a couple ways. We could go a couple ways with this. They're definitely this is a photo op because they want to make it seem like Trump is getting more than he really get, and they want to make it seem like Trump is standing on what he said. For one, this is to make him look good. Let's just keep it 100. And for two, you know what I'm saying? This right here, these people know they know damn well. You see what I'm saying? They want this to be on camera. You see what I'm saying? I think they are getting some, right? Just to say, well, we got some, or we did, you know what I mean? But they're not getting that. Now it's still early. So, you know what I mean? I want to give this dude, but at the same time, she said it twice. I heard it twice out of my own ears, you know what I'm saying? That this is for the cameras. And she said, you know what I mean? She tried to tell, oh no, well, it is, but it's not. You know, once you say that and you're a politician, then case closed. And see, I'm glad the reporter did that like that, because he kind of like piggybacked it. They're both kind of telling us. The reporter and her were involved in telling us that this shit is a psyop. You know what I'm saying? This is for the cameras. So like we said, they'll tell you the truth. You just got to decipher it. You know what I'm saying? To avoid the karma or whatever. But you just got to, it's on you how you regain the information. If you want to be ignorant with the information, you an ignorant motherfucker anyway. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But most people don't care. You know what I'm saying? But see, there's another thing with this. You're not fine. Why would you not fly American flags? Why would you fly your foreign flag if you're in America and you want to stay in America? You left the place, you deserted that motherfucker, whoever the fuck from your family left that motherfucker, right? Then why are you here not raising American? It's really a banner. It's really not a flag. Boy, that's another show. Raising the American flag. Why are you not doing that? You raising this is they can do it all they want. I asked somebody earlier on Facebook. Why are you doing that? Because they do it because they want. Period.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
What if these are Americans, right? You're saying they're Americans that moved here and they actors playing their roles.
It could be a big because you notice it's city to city, so that's like really suspicious. Like, oh, okay, so it's city to city now. Okay, this could just be one big. You know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised. You're right. A lot of these people, like I said, a lot of them are from. You could tell they're from here. They're speaking clear fucking English. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them you could tell. Where'd they get those numbers from? A lot of them are from here. They could be actors. It could be all an act, dude. So I'm not. You got to be careful.
Look. Let me tell you something. And here go my thing. Like I have. Sometimes you're out and you might see a Hispanic woman working or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mostly woman, in this case. They'll be speaking Spanish on the phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when they come talk to you, they speak English.
Right. They know it.
Right? That's how I know a lot of these people are already from here or been living here.
Right.
That's the test I find out, because one time I was out and one of them asked me a question, but the mom can't speak English, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they will get their child to speak to you that's been in the public school.
Yeah, they always do that to translate. They always do that.
Okay. And they'll ask you the question just as clear, right?
Right.
So what I'm saying, even if their parents don't understand the language, the children can.
Right.
That could be the situation you got going on out there.
Right.
So them children them people out there probably from here, man.
From here, that's what I'm saying. Something don't seem right. And they were doing it in North Carolina too. I'm like, dude, they're doing it in North Carolina, places like that, dude. The motherfuckers probably from out places like that already, bro. You know what I'm saying? Places like Atlanta, Georgia. Like, dude, okay. There's been a lot of Mexicans. There's been a Mexican population in Atlanta for a while. A lot of people probably from this motherfucker in their 20s and their 30s, because that's around the time it started, if you think about it. In the 90s, A lot of these motherfuckers started coming out here in the 90s, late 80s. They start fucking migrating out here. You know what I'm saying? So that makes sense around somebody around 30 or something, 30 something years old. That makes sense. If you think about it, 35, you know what I'm saying? That makes sense.
Well, yeah, like I said,
Well, so you're that old and you're here, you know what I'm saying? But your parents might not be from here. Some of these people have parents from here too was born here too. These people don't get it. They be trying to fool people. They're not slick. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of some of these Mexicans, bro, don't be surprised. Their family from here and they're from here, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, so I mean, I get it. That's your people. I get it. You're fighting for your people. There's nothing wrong with that. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna do for your people. You know what I'm saying? But your people breaking the law, though. You know what I'm saying? These people are breaking the law by coming here illegally. How are you protesting against them breaking the law? That's just like black people don't even do that. Like a black motherfucker being wrong with that shit, motherfucker getting wrong. But we'll protest because the cop killed him or somewhere. We protest because the cop didn't have to do that. That's why we protest. And that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? He did something. He may have committed a crime, but he didn't have to end up being killed by the cop. That makes sense. But you committed a crime and you're protesting. How do you protest? I don't get that. How are they even able to protest? See, that's crazy. In the hood, BJ, that's just like the Crips and the Blood, whoever the fuck. They about to raid. They doing a raid on a motherfucking sweep or something on a building, and motherfuckers just come out protesting. Oh man, they gonna mow. They gonna shoot motherfuckers down, bro. They gonna take your ass into jail, bro. They're not gonna have you protest. See, that's what makes me think: is this staged? Is this some kind of orchestration? Or, to be honest with you, I think it's something like that too. Because Christy Nome kind of told me a lot yesterday. But then too, I think it's both. But then too, these motherfuckers. Let's keep it real. A lot of these cops out here in LA are Hispanic, are Mexican. So
hey, look, they ain't been deported, had it.
Some don't add up, BJ. Some don't add up. I'm like, I'm sure I'm on some damn Mohammed shit. You do got to question everything, man. Damn, you can't keep everything.
Well, look, take that. Hey, look, take that down, right?
Mm-hmm.
I sent you 2 videos on X.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are Benjamin Netanyahu, matter of fact.
That bitch ass dude. All right, hold up, I got you.
No, but he's talking some real shit though. He's telling you the plan though.
Okay, so it's a video that you sent me on X, right?
Yeah, 2 of them. Matter of fact, one is back to back.
All right, hold up.
One of them talking about why he came here, for real. One thing, why he coming actually. He met with some evangelical leaders today.
All right, hold up.
You see it?
Robust.
Oh, you take it down. Oh, here it is.
And information, our bank accounts, our power grids, our communication centers, our planes, our cars, that'll change too in a big way.
Wow.
Even the way we do elections. Everything can be penetrated. This is a fact. In the meaty ground between big data, connectivity, and artificial intelligence, we have vast opportunities. And we have huge industries springing up from, as if from nowhere, almost instantaneously. The meeting ground between big data, IT, and connectivity. Everything is being driven from this nexus. Everything. We stand, all of us, at the nexus of big data, connectivity, and artificial intelligence. Great opportunities, but great challenges. In Israel, we're exploiting these opportunities and we're meeting these challenges. What this revolution is doing, big data, AI, and connectivity, is allowing small countries to be big countries. It depends if you have the brains and the system to create conceptual products at an accelerated rate, conceptual products that are at the cutting edge and give you a competitive advantage. If you do this conceptual mousetrap, the world definitely beats a path to your door. There's no question about it. It's happening. The intersection of big data, connectivity, and artificial intelligence, and what it does in robotics and genetics and all the other fields, Uli, that you mentioned, everything. That is changing our world in rapid succession. And the future belongs to those who can seize this change. We are positioned right at the cusp of this change, right at the center of this change. We can take it, and we are. It's changing us. It's giving us powers and prowess that we never had before. It is a force multiplier. Because to survive and thrive, we have to overcome a simple problem. The problem is, there aren't that many Jews in the world. Our numbers are small. Large nations, not small ones. So we have to compensate for our relative numbers. And we've always compensated with our brains and with our guts. But we're in a position now to compensate beyond anything that we dreamed of. And that depends on one thing. We think there is a tremendous business opportunity in the never-ending quest for security. It creates its own demand. It grows, probably grows exponentially.
All right, back up. That's crazy, ain't it, man? Hey, man. Man, throw your name in use the word, man.
I don't know about that. That shit.
He hyping it up, but play the next video. You're gonna see something else in there. Play the next one. You gonna love this one. Oh man, he bad, but that is kind of crazy when you really think about it, man. But somebody capping, but hey, Frank, it is what it is. Hey, man, I'm just showing you how far they really take this thing. They going full blown. Don't get me wrong, Mister, but I just told you. I told you as soon as Trump got in the White House, they were going full blown Zionism. They going to the apex with this shit. All right. The other one is him.
Oops.
The other one is him talking about getting on the plane, coming to America. That's what that one is.
Oh shit, my bad. Wait, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. My bad. I clicked my bad. I didn't mean to do that shit. My bad. But this motherfucker, man. So hey, you got any other things you want to play?
I got something I'm gonna read. Matter of fact, yeah, I do got something I want to play, but Chak, you still out there? We gotta talk about this girl named Clarissa Shields.
Oh yeah, Clarissa Shields. What you think about her? Damn,
Chak was because we were talking about the Grammys last night. And
oh my god, bro.
And they talked about Kanye West and shit, but I'll get to that in a minute.
Oh, girl was burnt, man.
I know,
like, oh, fake Kim Kardashian looking broad, man. This dude, man, he like that look. That's his look, huh? That's that look.
Mm-hmm.
Like you like broads that look like her, huh?
Yep. Yeah, just pull up that 1X video because I'm on the Chak with that Clarissa Shields thing.
Well, so the one I just put, the one that we were just watching.
No, the other one. It's another one right behind it. It should be two. It should be one.
Yeah, the one I just pulled up.
You ain't got enough here.
Say it again.
You ain't got enough here.
You talking about this one? You talking about this one, right?
Yeah, it should be one that look like he by a plane and saying he about to come to America.
This the one right here. Can you hear it? Can you see it?
I can't see it. It ain't on the screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pull it up. Okay. Yeah. All right, go back. Go back.
At least, including the historic
Another one?
Accords.
No, go back. Like start from the beginning.
And I'm leaving for a very important meeting with President Trump in Washington. The fact that this would be President Trump's first meeting with a foreign leader since his inauguration is telling. I think it's a testimony to the strength of the Israeli-American alliance. It's also a testimony to the strength of our personal friendship. That friendship and that cooperation has already yielded important results for Israel in the Middle East, including the historic Abraham Accords that President Trump led and which brought 4 historic peace treaties between Israel and its Arab neighbors. In this meeting, we'll deal with important issues, critical issues facing Israel and our region, victory over Hamas, achieving the release of all our hostages, and dealing with the Iranian terror axis and all its components, an axis that threatens the peace of Israel, the Middle East, and the entire world. The decisions we made in the war have already changed the face of the Middle East. Our decisions and the courage of our soldiers have redrawn the map. But I believe that working closely with President Trump, we can redraw it even further and for the better. I believe that we can strengthen security, broaden the circle of peace, and achieve a remarkable era of peace through strength. Thank you very much.
All right, now.
Wow.
You heard him say redrawing the map?
Mm-hmm.
Remember when Trump had that pen I showed you earlier?
Right. They basically the same talking points.
They expanded it. That's what they talked about.
Right.
That's what I tell you what they tried to do. That's why they told Egypt and Jordan to take those Palestinian refugees and move them to their lands. And then they can basically have that land for themselves, but to build the greater Israel. That's what they're doing.
Wow.
But that's what they're talking about. So they telling you what it is. It is what it is.
They sure are.
But hey, like I said, you can't get mad, right? You just gotta understand that, like I told the guy, what they do is on them, but don't sit here and tell me that it's strictly about America when you is making deals with them to relocate people. If they want to do that, it's on them. That shouldn't have shit to do with us. And not only that, because the American
No, what they got to do with it? My bad.
No, you good. But with the American, the problem is, don't sit here and lie and say that's not your war when the American government, is giving these people weapons to do this stuff they do.
That's our war. As far as I'm concerned, that's our war. We in it.
Yeah. U.S. what they call it. Because the U.S. always claimed they're the #1 arms dealer in the world. They are selling weapons. That's a fact. There's no way around it. So they got a plan. If you go to Rome, what they call it, the 10 Kingdoms. That's a Roman plan, and that's why you hear them talking about annexing Canada and Mexico and Panama. Now they want to make all this stuff regional, but those regions actually they call it the 10 Kingdoms. So it's a Club of Rome thing, man. Why didn't they always tell you in Rome do like the Romans do? That's why they tell you that. So it's interesting. It's just that people. Like I said, they tell you, but people don't know how to interpret what they're saying. That's all it is. And I can understand that because the media doesn't give clear things. They tell you things, but you go looking at the person, but not what's behind it.
Facts.
Which is fine. Like I said, it's okay for me. But people just have to know that, hey, look, when you is doing work, right? You know, most people, I mean, don't get me wrong, it even happen when you're cleaning. A lot of people clean on the surface. You might be cleaning your window and you clean under the surface and all that, but you might not open the windowsill and clean underneath the windowsill. It's the same thing. A lot of people in life is on the surface, but they're not gonna dig all the way underneath. So I mean, and that's fine. That's just how it is. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be funny, but the American public has been trained to think surface level. I mean,
that's true.
I mean, I started off the show with the shit with the tobacco, like, or the nicotine or whatever. Like, what?
Right.
You trusting that?
Yeah,
So,
no, it's
and look,
conservative men.
Now look, now that go to show you that, you know, when they say things about us, right? They doing the same shit. Because I mean, me personally, I do not know, personally, I don't know if I look like me doing no shit like that.
Right.
Smoke a cigarette, yeah, I know that. Got plenty of guys I know do that.
Right.
But I think this thing can stay in your mouth all day.
We're talking about for masculinity. What the hell that got to do with masculinity, bro? These boy, I tell you, that's just some advertising marketing shit, dude. If you believe that, you're an idiot. I just think you're stupid. You know what I'm saying? I personally think you are. You know what I'm saying? There's never any product, BJ, that could be like, oh, this is my masculinity. Like, what the fuck, bro? You either got it in you or you don't. BJ, am I right or wrong, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, these niggas is crazy, bro. These motherfuckers is wild.
Oh, man. Let me see if I can pull this up. Hopefully it works.
Mm-hmm.
And that was funny. They had this Clarissa Shields fight on a Sunday.
Break it down.
While they had the Grammys on, among other things.
You kind of knew, so a lot of people wasn't going to be watching it then, right?
Yep.
That's how I take it. That's why would you want that would be, shouldn't the fight have been on a Saturday?
I thought they love women boxing, man.
They're not supporting. They don't support it. They see.
I mean, that's what they told me, man. But hey, here you go.
I don't support that shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, our main event tomorrow night, brought to you by Salida Promotions in association with King's Promotions. It is scheduled for 10 rounds, and it will be for the WBC, WBA, IBF, and WBO Undisputed Women's Heavyweight Championship of the World. We will first welcome to the scale and age area, the challenger, fighting out of Brooklyn, New York. She had a stellar amateur career, achieving gold and bronze in the World Championship, and now is a professional, undefeated with 5 wins. Say
it again.
It's just still doing that with that sound. I think that's YouTube doing. It got to be YouTube doing that shit or something, man. That's fucking.
Okay. Well, they just talking about Clarissa Shields. Shaq, where you at? You out there?
Clarissa Shields.
Talking about Clarissa Shields, man.
Bathing suit on. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I saw it.
She had the little bathing suit on. I was like, okay, baby.
Yeah, I did see that.
Like, damn, what's she doing?
But me and Shaq just happened to be talking about it, and we were just saying, that you know, it's like this, man. We don't have to celebrate. We can do our own celebrations.
You talking about like the Black History Month stuff? You talking about like that stuff?
I mean, like they told us to do certain things, right?
Mm-hmm.
We could have talked about Carissa Shields more if we wanted to, right?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do it. We were talking about a lot of people were talking about the Grammys, man.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. We could have done it. We don't have to be told what to do.
Facts.
But we do. I tell you what.
To your point. Mm-hmm.
Pull up a plane crash.
Oh shit, bro.
Plane crash, Fredericksburg, Virginia, if it comes up. It might not come up. Because I told you, they said here it was a crash, but then they came back and said there might not have been no crash. Like, which one is it, man?
Right.
They say a lot of airports getting empty. People, travelers now might not be coming to some of these airports. They show one airport, they say a lot of travelers might not be coming.
Wow, that's what they wanted.
Scaring people, man.
Eight years ago, 2 dead. Vintage fighter plane crash in Fredericksburg Museum confirms. Aviation community remembers pilot killed in Fredericksburg crash. Interesting.
Not 8 years ago. This was yesterday.
No, I'm just saying, just to try to, I know, but I'm just saying, this is interesting. This is a future. This is crash over here. They didn't have a crash before over there. How many new crashes did it have? Okay, recovering. Oh, it's not. This is the DC shit. Cruise record DC. These two. Baltimore protest fight against new immigrant. Man, what they got to do with a plane crash? Yeah. Nah, I can't find that new. DC. Yeah. No, I can't find you right. I think they scrubbed that. See, that's propaganda like a motherfucker. Let's just put it out, just so you know what I'm saying, just to scare more people, just so we get make it seem like more crashes are happening in more states. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is and shit. You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying, man, because it's BS.
It's like, you notice every time they push a narrative, they always try to push more than one to try to make it seem believable. You see what I'm saying? More than one.
That's how they got to do it, man.
The propaganda. What's the name say? George Bush, to let the propaganda set in. We got to keep repetitive. They tell us, man.
They do tell you.
And he was supposed to play the dumb. He was playing the dumb president, but he said something like that. That nigga, that fool's not dumb like that, bro.
You know, in that movie, is it Flight Risk? I think it's Flight Risk. Or one of them movies, they had Mark Wahlberg playing in it, man.
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Oh my goodness! Hey, look, put a plane crash.
Got you. Yeah, you know, a couple things are gonna come up. New details released. Deadly Philly. Which one? DC. President Trump blames DEI for plane crash 5 hours ago.
No.
Medical jet in Philadelphia.
Medical jet Philadelphia. That's the one.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a medical. No, okay, all these new details is coming out. All right. Let me go get something. I'm about to go grab some.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'll put it on the phone. Shit.
Some breaking news out of Houston, Texas, after a United airplane caught fire at Bush's airport right there. It did have to be evacuated. So far, no reports of any injuries, but I did want to share some video that's coming into our studio. Take a listen. Please get us on. All right, so that was some video right there that we did want to share with you from our Fox 26 Houston. Meanwhile, you are taking a live look at Houston, Texas right now. I did want to share some more information about the flight from Houston to New York that did have to be evacuated after it caught fire during takeoff. That's according to the FAA. And the very latest is that the FAA says the crew of United Airlines Flight 1382 had to stop their takeoff from George Bush Intercontinental Airport because of a reported engine issue. That happened at around 8:35 a.m. local time this morning. We shared video acquired by Fox 26 Houston with you, showing that the wing of the plane caught on fire. And in that video, you heard a flight attendant asking for passengers to stay in their seats. One of those passengers pushing back, saying, "It's on fire." Now, some passengers did have to use the emergency slide to get off the plane. That's according to the Houston Fire Department. No injuries were reported, and the FAA currently investigating the situation. I also wanted to share this with you. This is a statement from the spokesperson of the FAA on this incident, saying, quote, "The crew of United Airlines Flight 1382 reported its takeoff from the George Bush Intercontinental Houston Airport in Texas due to a reported engine issue at around 8:35 a.m. on Sunday. Passengers deplaned on the runway and were bused to the terminal. The Airbus A319 was flying to LaGuardia Airport in New York. The FAA will investigate. Contact the airline for additional."
All right. I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, go ahead. Go back.
Or the number of fatalities and injuries still unknown at this point.
Right now, we're just asking for prayers for any and everyone who may have been affected. We do want to note that several dwellings and vehicles were impacted. So what are we asking you to do for us right now, Philadelphia? We're urging you to please stay away from the scene. If you see debris, call 911. Don't touch anything.
But that's a really important point from the mayor there. That debris needs to be handled by the authorities coming out here to investigate this scene. They need to be able to get their hands on it to figure out exactly what happened, what caused this tragedy. We are here at Cotman and the Boulevard waiting for more answers, expecting that press briefing around 9 a.m. this morning. For now, live here on the Boulevard, Becca Hendrickson, Channel 6 Action News. Maggie and Caroline.
What a massive and devastating scene there. Thank you, Becca. Let's go now to Action News reporter Corey Davis. He is also live on the scene now where the force of the explosion just sent debris flying all over across the area. Corey, kind of bring us up to speed on what it looks like where you are this morning.
Maggie, we're at Cotman Avenue and Bustleton. Take a look behind us. This is really a straight view of the majority of the scene here, spanning several blocks here along the Roosevelt Mall where we are at the moment. Witnesses have been giving us firsthand accounts of disturbing scenes that they saw out here after that plane went down in this area. This is a very busy area, of course, with a lot of traffic during the height of rush hour, restaurants and homes around here too. Firsthand accounts giving descriptions of hearing the explosion and then seeing debris just raining down onto people, cars, and the homes and businesses out here. People were in the drive-thru at the Wendy's here at Cotman and Bustleton, as well as the McDonald's over at Cotman and the Boulevard. A lot of similar accounts of what people saw. Take a listen.
It was like a boom. We all stepped back, and it was real crazy. It was like real bright.
I definitely saw debris falling. There's all over Cotman. And I mean, I was scared to run in, but at that point, you can't get scared.
Not everyone's life runs in straight lines. At Sophia, we get that. Our flexible, affordable.
Damn.
And that man did say that he did eventually run in to try to help as much as possible, and he saw people in distress. So that alone is traumatic for the so many people out here who witnessed various parts of the plane crash. Bustleton Avenue is open right now to traffic, and it's moving pretty slowly. It's getting a little crowded. We notice people are kind of inching through the intersection. Some phones are sticking out of the window, people trying to take pictures and document. And as the mayor said earlier, they're encouraging people, if you can, to avoid this area and to move through. The last thing you want is for first responders to have to deal with any accidents while they're still trying to work this investigation. It spans several blocks, and they have a whole lot of work to do. It was raining yesterday, and right now, of course, it isn't. And when we get daylight for the first time, that will be a big deal for investigators as well, as they try to go through the very expansive amount of debris that's out here, and also try to narrow down exactly how many victims are in this area as well. Reporting live here in Northeast Philadelphia, Corey Davis, Channel 6 Action News.
You know, Corey, you mentioned about those victims. We know that 6 people were taken to the hospital. Those people were on the ground. 3 of them treated and released. 3 more still receiving care.
Yeah,
Of course, we'll expect updates on those numbers as well.
And we do know this morning that Shriner
wait,
Children's...
wait. 33, baby. Now she just said the 33. Damn, hold up.
Philadelphia, Corey Davis, Channel 6 Action News.
You know, Corey, you mentioned about those victims. We know that 6 people were taken to the hospital. Those people were on the ground. 3 of them treated and released. 3 more still receiving care. But of course, we'll expect updates on those numbers as well.
Those numbers? Okay.
We do know this morning that Shriner Children's Hospital of Philadelphia has confirmed that their patient was on the medical jet that crashed. We learned 6 people were on board that plane. All of those victims are Mexican.
That's the baby. Bam! DJ, break it down, bro. You just pointed that out the other day. What about the Children's Hospital, man?
No, look, do this before I go, man. Look, I gotta get up really, but pull up Shriners. Just pull up Shriners and what a Shriner is.
Oh, they gonna break it down. remember the what's the name? You showed me yesterday the article. They was breaking that shit down, huh? It broke the whole Shriner shit down. So them motherfuckers want fucking around. Okay, so man. A member of an ancient Arab order.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up. Arab, BJ. A member of an ancient Arab order or nobles of a mystic shrine. charitable society founded in the U.S. in 1872. Wow. International describes itself as a global fraternity based on fun fellowship and Masonic principles of brotherly love, relief, and true brotherly love. Masonic. Wow. Oh, my bad. I thought I was sharing it. Hold on. Let me share it. Hold up. Oh, you got to pull it up.
Okay, I got you. Oh, you pulled up on the definition, I think.
Oh, you want me to pull up? Would you want me to pull up like the look on some on YouTube or something?
Yeah, pull up. Yeah, pull up on. Yeah. I see it. Yeah, that is what a Shriner is, though. They said they're taking the Shriners Hospital. They let you know. I mean, they didn't hide it.
I'll just put
Hey, you got to give them credit for letting you know, man.
Right, at least, right. I'll just put Shriners Organization. I'll play a couple minutes. All right, let's play a couple minutes of this right
I can't get mad.
They gave us that. Freemasonry.
Power of us. Jimmy John's wants to make that sandwich a little less lonely by adding free chips and a free drink after 2 p.m.
The Shriners, formerly known as the Ancient Arabic Order of the Nobles of the Mystic Shrine, AAONMS, are an intriguing and lively fraternal organization that serves as an extension of Freemasonry. The group's origins date back to
fair use on the 1976 Copyright Act. Section 107, allowances are made for us to report on this video for commentary and educational purposes.
1870, when it was established in New York City by two Masonic members, Dr. Walter M. Fleming, a prominent physician, and William J. Billy Florence, a well-known actor and entertainer of the time. Their idea was to create a new Masonic organization that would diverge from the more serious and formal traditions of Masonry, introducing a lighter, more social component to the fraternal order while still adhering to its foundational principles of brotherhood and charity. Inspired by an exotic-themed event Florence attended while touring Europe, the founders sought to create a new Masonic body with a distinctive identity. They settled on an Arabic and Orientalist theme, incorporating motifs and cultural elements associated with the Middle East. The Shriners' rituals, costumes, and symbols reflect this influence, even though they do not strictly adhere to authentic Islamic or Middle Eastern cultural practices. Instead, they reflect a 19th century Western fascination with the mystic East, where the imagery of Arabian Nights' tales, Orientalist art, and romanticized ideas about far-off lands were woven into the group's identity. This thematic choice distinguished the Shriners from other Masonic organizations and gave the group a distinct character that has endured to the present day. The red fez, worn by members during ceremonies and public events, is one of the Shriners' most recognizable symbols. Originating from Morocco, the fez was chosen as a nod to the Middle Eastern theme of the organization, though it is stylized with Masonic emblems, including the scimitar and crescent. The fez serves not only as a piece of ceremonial attire, but also as a symbol of membership, brotherhood, and the order's values. It is often embroidered with additional decorations, such as the name of a specific shrine temple to which a member belongs. The scimitar represents the fraternity's strength. The crescent symbolizes the passage of time and human life, and the star signifies the divine mission of service. Together, these elements on the fez represent the Shriners' blend of symbolism, history, and fraternal ideals. The ceremonies and rituals of the Shriners incorporate elements of Masonic tradition, but are marked by a more festive and theatrical approach. While the rituals involve initiations, allegorical plays, and symbolic acts similar to other Masonic rites, they often include a light-hearted, humorous tone that contrasts with the more solemn ceremonies found in traditional Masonry. The Shriners' initiation rituals are designed to foster a sense of brotherhood, bonding members through shared experiences that are meant to be enjoyable as well as meaningful. Though not considered secrets in the strictest sense, these ceremonies are closed to non-members, creating a sense of exclusivity and maintaining the tradition of Masonic rites as special experiences reserved for those within the order. Membership in the Shriners is exclusively open to Master Masons, meaning that anyone who wishes to join must first be initiated into the fundamental degrees of Freemasonry. This prerequisite maintains a degree of exclusivity and ensures that all Shriners have undergone a similar foundational experience. By limiting membership to Master Masons, the Shriners emphasize the continuity of Masonic values and principles throughout the broader fraternity. Furthermore, the hierarchical structure of Freemasonry is mirrored in the Shriners' organizational framework, with local shrine temples serving as the basic units of the order. Each temple, named after a city or geographical area, operates independently but follows the guidance and regulations established by the Imperial Council, the governing body of the Shriners. The organizational structure also extends to the various subunits within each shrine temple, known as clubs or units. These can be based on specific interests or activities, such as motorcycling, flying, marching bands, clowning, or antique car collecting. Each unit adds to the richness of the Shriners' activities, providing members with an outlet for hobbies and interests that can also support the Order's philanthropic goals. Many units participate in parades, public exhibitions, and community service events, allowing members to display their talents and engage with the public while raising awareness about the Shriners' charitable efforts. These groups foster camaraderie and add to the social and recreational atmosphere that is central to the Shriners' identity. The Shriners' emphasis on charity has defined the organization for over a century, with philanthropy taking a formalized role in 1920. It was then that the Shriners decided to establish a network of hospitals to provide free medical care to children. This decision was made at the Imperial Session held in Portland, Oregon, where the need to address the growing number of children suffering from polio was acknowledged. The first Shriners Hospital for Children opened in Shreveport, Louisiana in 1922, initially focusing on orthopedic care. The scope of the hospitals has since expanded to include specialties such as burn treatment, spinal cord injuries, cleft lip and palate surgeries, and other complex pediatric conditions. This network of nearly 22 hospitals has helped millions of children, making the Shriners one of the most significant philanthropic organizations in the world.
So how did that person, remember that person who supposedly got injured in that and they went to Shriners Hospital? I thought it was only for children though, kids, right? Yo, dude, I didn't know grown adults could go there, dude.
Yep.
You motherfuckers, man. Yeah, but it's definitely they're definitely Masons. They definitely, I guess they talk about they have philanthropical work. I guess they supposed to be donating in charities and all this and doing work. I guess in the community, that's the least you could do is really give back. So that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The least.
Well, look, I gotta run out of here, man. I gotta get up early. So yeah, but I just want to running some stuff. I might come back on tomorrow night and bring some more of this stuff down. But very interesting.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think it's kind of crazy though.
Mm-hmm.
It's going nonstop, but today is the 23rd. I mean, 2-3. And more to come soon. Stay on your horses, man. And never look left. Always look straight. Because they coming at you straight and hard. You can look left and right, but make sure you look straight. Because the answer right in front of your face, like they told you. The Shriners. They said Shriners. I don't know what they said that. I already knew what time it was, man.
I know, facts.
But they let you, hey, look. But that's on them, hey, man. They told you what it is. But, man, go ahead and shout your information, man.
Word. Once again, man. Good information, you know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna keep our foot on their neck, man, and definitely keep information flowing. Because like with
they got theirs on our neck right now because people still in the doghouse, man.
Man, yeah, people don't listen, man, and they'll learn the hard way, just like how these Latinos over here. Trump said what he was going to do, and I guess they still voted for him anyway. I guess in droves, and now they complaining about it, which doesn't make no sense. So people don't listen, and people don't really. I think people don't really see the master play at work in hand. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to these elites and these supposedly these people in government, it's to basically make it to where you don't have you have as least rights as possible. You see what I'm saying? And they have more power. You see what I'm saying? It's all about power for these people.
You know what? I will admit this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You do got some white boys that voted for Trump that is a little bit concerned about these moves to with this Israel thing and a lot of things like that. But at the same time, do I feel sorry for them? No, because they already told you they're going to do this before it even happened.
Exactly.
So, yeah, what it is. These are but then again, these are people that's working 9 to 5. These evangelical white boys, these ones, they sort of lost is crazy. But yeah, go ahead and share your information.
All right, man. Salute. Yeah, man. So we gotta just stay on it, man. So man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can hit me up at XX Frank Nitty XX on YouTube, man. On Instagram, and also Frank Jones 81151 on Instagram too, man. Just holler at me, hit me up, man. Check me out.
You can get Mr. Shaq Wilder on his YouTube. Shaq Wilder. Shaq, you around or what? Or you sleep or whatever. But you can get him on Instagram and Shaq Wilder and Shakiris Edwards on Facebook. Keep up. The people just need to just be aware. They get hit with a lot of propaganda right now. Stay calm. And matter of fact, watch out, Frank, because you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Last week was plane crashes. In the next couple of weeks, it could be some train crashes. Don't forget. Either this or yesterday was the anniversary of the East Palestine train crashes. Don't forget.
Facts.
Don't be surprised with a train crash. So maybe we'll see.
Oh yeah.
And by the way, they did get a settlement, I think, in East Palestine. I think they got a settlement with one of them companies. What was in the matter of the settlement? I think it was $22 million. So, but take your time, brother.
All right, man. Word, salute. 1-1.
Yeah.